What can you do to accomplish great things in just 10 seconds? My viewers will be thinking, what is all about?
Let me tell you my story after the intro.
Closing in, I was alone and so afraid, couldn't see the light.
It's the boys A Division Century Sprint Final. There's Hamkah in lane 4. There's also Mohammed Hosni in lane 5 and Mike 1 of ACJT in lane 6. A good start indeed for Hamkah, whose best time is 10.6 seconds. And he's a clear winner here. The time of 10.7 seconds is a brand new championship record for Hamkah, followed by Mohammed.
Hi Hamkah. Alright, first and foremost, thanks for inviting me to your lovely home to conduct this Lepak series. Alright, to begin with, would you like to introduce yourself to our viewers?
I'm Hamkah. I was a former national athlete from 1989 to 2004.
Okay.
Quite a long career in track and field, and I retired completely in 2004. My last SEA Games was in 2003 in Hanoi.
Oh, okay.
That was my last SEA Games.
Okay.
And after 2004, I took a break for about maybe 2 years or so, and then I went into coaching in 2006, 2007.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's basically my whole career as from 2006 2000 until now I'm coaching.
Yep. Okay.
And then as a professional athlete, I was from 89 all the way to 2004 in fact.
So you're competing competitively at the time, right? Were you a full-time athlete or you were just a part-time athlete at that point of time when you were competing?
Throughout that 14-15 years, I think I was a full-time athlete for at least 6 to 7 years.
Okay.
At least, because I was working for ASIC Singapore.
Oh yes.
Back then, I was working for ASIC Singapore, and I was given time off to train in the morning and in the afternoon, and work just a couple of hours a day.
Alright.
And then after that, in 2001, in 1989, I went to work for Singapore Press Holdings. SPH.
Okay, SPH.
I was in SPH for 19 years. In 2016 December. I decided that I'm not going to do a desk-bound job for another 20 years.
Alright.
So I left SPH in 2016 December.
Alright.
And I went to full-time coaching.
Okay.
Before that I was coaching, but on a part-time basis and after work. But I decided, I think I want to give back what the sport has given me. Which is I think it's if you ask me, it's priceless. If you ask me if I want to do it all over again, back to my 16 years old, I'll do it again.
Okay, I think that's something where you will actually cherish for life. The lessons that you learn, the kind of hardship that you went through, right? Sacrifices and all those things. I think it reaps result for you. Right? Definitely.
It's worth every commitment that I put myself. It's worthwhile.
Okay, great. But again, we always go back. Okay, we archive now, right? Go back to your actually how it begins, right? In athletic, you have track and field. There are so many disciplines.
Yes.
Why 100 meters and 200 meters and not the other disciplines?
Well, if you ask me, it's not really my choice.
Oh, really?
No, because it's just natural. Because growing up, track and field wasn't. I love track and field.
Okay.
But it wasn't everything, because I played soccer. I represent my school in soccer.
Okay.
I represented my school in badminton.
Wow.
Table tennis.
Even table tennis.
Yes,
wow.
Table tennis, badminton, soccer.
Wow.
And you ask me, practically I tried almost every sport growing up in primary school.
Oh, okay.
And I don't like to study. Study is something that at that age, at that point of time, it was so boring to sit down in class and study. Can you imagine in primary school? So what I love, every opportunity that I have, I will go out and run and do everything, jump and everything. So it's for me, growing up is not about academic at all. It's all about going out and enjoy your childhood. So that is what it's all about for me.
Okay, you know? So in your school days, you will take every opportunity that you have to get out from class.
Yes, get out from class. Even got caught a few times when you're supposed to be in the lessons, and I was running, climbing the trees, and I was from Telok Kurau West Primary.
Oh, okay. So, okay. Those are your growing up areas.
Yes. No. I mean, I was in the east. I was staying in the east, but I went to Telok Kurau Primary School.
But it's pretty nearby.
Yes. And that's sports is something that in me since I was a child, since I was a very, very young boy. I remember I started running when I was 10 months old, not walking. People start to walk at 10 months, and my mom said you're just up and run.
Okay.
So I was very, very active lah.
So I would say that you actually materialize your innate talent that you have in you, and you fully utilize it.
Yes, but at that point of time, even though I was very active, I was playing, all sort of games.
Okay.
But can you imagine that? That's such a young age, in the back of my mind, I said one day, I want to be the fastest in Singapore. I want to be the fastest in Southeast Asia. I want to represent my country. I remember I was P4, primary 5, but at the back of your mind, it's like,
there's a calling for it.
There's a calling for it, but I wasn't good enough. And I was very competitive. I remember staying in Bedok North. We're all in HDB heartlands, and every single person that I know, I say, hey, come, let's challenge. You want to go? Let's meet up at the basketball court, whatever. Let's challenge. So I was very competitive at that point of time.
All right.
But I wasn't focusing on purely on track and field. Even though at the back of my mind I want to be the best, but I enjoy other sports as well. So as part of growing up, I have that very, very good foundation. In terms of motor skills. Because when we're young, we play everything. I mean, cycling, skateboarding. I remember skateboard was the
popular
very popular back then, right? The in thing. And then soccer, track and field, table tennis, softball, everything. I was playing everything, and I'm good with my hands as well.
So is like I said, it's the innate talent that you have.
Yes.
The psychomotor skills.
Exactly. So fortunately, I brushed through my PSLE, and I went to Chai Chee Secondary School. I was in the normal stream. And my dad said, hey, you barely, you just made it to secondary school. So I said, at that point of time, you don't realize that, at that point of time, like academic is important. For me, it's like just want to go out and play. And nothing else matters. I just want to go out and play and enjoy what I'm good at. So that's what it is. It's different from our children now. So our children is in this generation is different. They have tuition, they are academic, parents put on so much effort to give the best education to their kids. So I was, in secondary school, and secondary 1, secondary 2, the same. I was playing all games, and I, of course, during sports day, that is where, my teachers, the teachers spotted my talent. They said, hey, Hamkah, even on the grass, you are quite fast, and even 2.4 runs and everything, I'm always at the front. I want to be at the front, Any particular sports event, I want to be at the front. I always want to get involved. I represented my school in track and field at nationals since primary 5. Since primary 5, because at the point in time, you are good. You are among the top 3 in your schools. Okay, go and run at nationals. And of course, you went to national. I was small and tiny. I look at the guys are so much bigger than me. And the first round, I was out. Primary 4, primary 5, even when I was in P6, I was completely out. First round out. So the story continues. Sec 1, I represented my school in track and field national schools. I remember heats, first round out. Then my dad told me, I think maybe you should try to focus on other sports. I think track and field, you don't have that talent in track and field. But remember I told you, right? In P4, P5, at the back of my mind, that's still this desire that I want to achieve one day. And it's not I want, it's just naturally that
calling,
growing up, having that thought that I want to be the best, I want to be the fastest. So Sec 2, I had a break.
Okay.
Sec 2, I cleared the first round at national schools in the 100 and 200. Wow, first time, no? So my late father said, wow, the first time you cleared the first round.
Okay.
So I went to the semi-final. I said, yeah, semi-final was last.
Okay.
But the fact that I had a break.
Okay.
I had a break, right?
There's some progression.
Yes,
in
there's some progression. I had a break. Of course, I was still playing other sports. And when I was in Sec 3, I thought that, hey, look here, I did well in secondary 2. I had a break. So Sec 3 will be my year.
Oh.
I think I can be in the finals because I'm already in the semi-final in Sec 2, right?
Yeah.
And
because you'll be competing more the same peers,
exactly.
right?
And Sec 3 back to square one. I didn't even clear the first round.
Ah.
So can you imagine? It was so demoralized, because from primary 4 all the way to secondary 3, I was trying to be in the final. Don't talk about medals.
Yeah.
Just to be in the finals.
All right.
But it didn't happen. It was, for me, it's like,
but people taking notice of you at the point of
no,
time?
nothing.
Nobody. Okay.
No, I mean, come on. You clear. You lost the first round. So what if you enter second round? I mean, there's so many thousands of schools kids will move on into the finals and top 8 in every event, and I wasn't good. I wasn't there yet. No.
Okay.
But the turning point was in 1989.
Okay.
When one day I was at the practice track on my own. And then I saw Harun Mundir.
Oh, okay.
So I said, hey, if I'm not wrong, that guy is the fastest man in Singapore.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
What a privilege.
Okay.
Because then it lingers in my mind again. Hey, look here, I want to be like him.
All right.
I heard about him. He won numerous medals at SEA Games and everything. He was the best in Singapore. So I made that bold move when he was cooling down to approach him. I was a 16-year-old boy and I said, excuse me. I said, are you Harun Mundir? I said, oh yes. I said, how are you? I said, where are you from? I said, I'm from Chai Chee Secondary Schools. I said, is there any chance that I can
learn something from
you or train with you? And then he said, okay, because our training groups are all under the Flash Club, and most of us are all national athletes. I said, so I said, no chance. So after that, okay, no chance. So after that, I tried to, I asked him, okay, if let me know if I can be part of the club.
Okay.
Then he said, okay, I'll talk to my coach and let you know. So he went back and talked to my coach, Lim Hong Kang. Mr. Lim Hong Kang. So I tell you, this was the story. So one day, a few days after that, I came to the track again at practice track with my bag, and I went to see. He said, "Okay, you want to talk to my coach? You go and talk to my coach." And I went to talk to my coach. I said, "Sir, I'm Sec 4. I love track so much. Can you help me? Can I train with?" And he looked at me. He said, "Who are you?" I said, "Who are you? Where are you from?" I said, "I'm from Chai Chee Secondary School." "How old are you?" I said, "I'm Sec 4. Sec 4, you got your major exam, right? You got your N level, you got your O level. I'm sure. Okay, go and focus and study. Don't waste your time. Pack up your bag, go and study. Take this as a leisure. Don't waste your time." Oh. Can you imagine, from P4, P5, all my life, I need a guidance. I need somebody to coach me.
Yeah.
Right? And that was the first thing, was the first rejection I heard from my coach. So it was, to be very honest with you, I tried to control myself, but I went back to, I took a bus from Kallang. I went back home and I was in tears, in the bus. This is something what I love doing, and someone just trash it just like that. Say I'm not good enough, and I should focus on my studies. I mean, at that point of time, yes, studies, but
not you.
Yes, studies. Of course, I'm still in school. I'm still studying, but there's something that I want to achieve.
Yeah.
And what I did was, I went back to the track again, few times. Okay, I put my bag at the side, and I was doing, I don't know what I was doing, doing my own striding, doing my own thing, whatever that I know, from the school.
Alright.
I was doing, and I noticed that the coach was glancing at me, looking and glancing. So I because I can't
be part of
it, And then one day when he came, he was walking. I think he was on his way back. So he came. He said, "Young man," I said, "Come here." I said, "Okay, you can join the Flash group, you can join the third group, okay, which is the lower group. Okay, you join the third group. If I receive any complaint from your dad or your mom, say that your grades are going down, you cannot come here to train." Wow, that was like an opening door for me, Okay. I don't care. I said, okay, no matter what, finish school, I will do my homework, I will study,
Yeah.
because I want to be part of the training group.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
So that was the turning point of my life. That was the
Okay.
turning point of my life. So I owe it to Harun, I owe it to my coach, Mr. Lim Hong Kang, which until now we are still in touch. I never failed to visit him every year on the first day of Chinese New Year.
Oh.
Never failed to visit him.
It's become a tradition.
He's like my godfather now.
Okay.
So he was the gold medalist at the Siap game in 1973 in long jump.
Oh, that's 73 in Singapore.
Yeah. So he was a major in the army. So my coach taught me plenty of life lessons. Life lessons. So practically, he turned me from a boy to a man. From a boy to a man. So within that 6 months of transitions that I was with him, remember I was in Sec 4, right? Within that 6-month transition, I went to the national schools. And I was running so relaxed, and I wasn't even going 100%. I was going maybe 80%, and I'm just among the top top 8 qualifier to move on to the semi-finals.
Okay.
Semi-final top 16, right?
Yeah.
I was easily among the top 8, and I wasn't running even fast. And then the semi-finals, I push up a little bit, and I was the 4th qualifier to enter final. So can you imagine, from P3, P4, first time in my life that I was in the finals of the 100, 200 meters at the national schools in front of 10,000 crowd.
That will be at the National Stadium.
So in National Stadium.
Yeah.
So my dad was like, well son, I said, this is what you want to achieve, right? Yes, you see, you're among the top 8 in Singapore within your age group. So I felt, okay, good, no? I was, so in the finals, my coach said, Hamkah, just take it as any other normal
training session.
Training session. Don't get, you are nobody. Those are the people. I was from the neighborhood school. Can you imagine those days? ACSI, RI, Hua Chong. They are the powerhouses, right? And I was from the neighborhood school. Who's this Hamkah? This small tiny boy, But he didn't know that I was getting the guidance from my coach and Harun for the past 6 months.
Yeah.
So I remember on your mark. Okay, I was in, I can't remember, 3 or lane 6 or something.
Okay.
Set. And when I heard the gun, I reacted. And at 50, 60 meters, there was no one. So I thought, my God, don't tell me it's a 4-star. Cannot be. I didn't hear the second call.
Yeah.
I didn't hear the second call, so I thought, no way. But there's no second call. And I crossed the line in 10.9 seconds.
Then
I won the gold. I won the
rest.
gold. The rest, I think 11.3, 11.4.
Wow, that's quite a distance.
So who is this boy? All of a sudden from a neighborhood school
and unknown,
went to the B division, and B division. I was in Sec 4 and won the 100 meters in sub 11 seconds
and trashed everybody.
Yes. So I was like thinking, oh my God. I said, I was jumping up and down, I said. Then I realized, I realized, and I was celebrating, and with my dad, with my coach, and I went back. I realized that, hey, actually, this was my childhood dream. I want to be the fastest in Singapore at my age group, and I achieved it. So you see, that is the beginning of my career. So from then on, I was selected to represent Singapore at the Asian Intercity Youth in Hong Kong. I was selected to some of the major regional meet in junior level. And the biggest one was, the shocking one was when I was selected for SEA Games. 89 in Kuala Lumpur.
That's a dream come true.
Yeah, that was it's like, can you imagine? And my school, they came back, they brought me up on stage, and they said that Hamkah has been selected for SEA Games to represent Singapore. Imagine, I was with school bag, second before, go up on stage, and the crowd. My principal announced it. He said, hey, one of our boy, he selected for SEA Games. And that day, when I won 100 meters, the teacher brought me back to schools, and coincidentally, they were having speech day on that day of my finals. So they say, Hamkah, whatever attire that you have, no, we have to put you up on stage in front of the guest of honor, because you are the first Chai Chi boy to win the century sprint and be the fastest in Singapore. So I went there and I started to have tears because it's my dream. It's my childhood dream.
I get lost sometimes and I can't seem to find a light between the walls I built for myself right in my mind. And then you came over and you showed me love that I never had seen before. And now when I got you, it's all